Good day, scholars. Today we're going to be going into another topic in Algebra 1. And that topic is a continuation off of our PEMDAS that we learned in the previous video. And this video is going to be focused on adding and subtracting integers. We're going to have a two-part series. The first part will be adding and subtracting, and the second part will be focused on multiplication and division. So for those who have just came in, watched this video as first, we learned first in our previous video that integers are numbers that fall within a number line, where on the right side of the number line is positive towards the zero, the right side of the zero, and on the left side of the zero, it's negative. So the best strategy we find out when we're adding and subtracting integers, we're going to be faced with both, as we stated, both negative and positive. And a strategy that's best used to add and subtract is what I would say is called keep change change, or I'll just abbreviate as KCC. Keep change change. This abbreviation will be very helpful for you when it comes to adding and subtracting integers. So we're going to do a few examples on it, and I'll show you exactly why. First question that we're going to do is really easy. -9 plus 9. The first step that I would want to do when I approach this situation is I want to make sure that the middle number, the middle, not number, the middle sign is positive. If I have this sign and it's positive, I know everything else is going to be perfectly fine, and it'll be much easier to handle the math when it comes to adding and subtracting integers. That's our first step. Then the next step I look for is to make sure the two numbers, what kind of signs they carry. That will tell me whether I am doing an addition or if I'm doing a subtraction. In this example, we're going to go through these processes. In this example, first step we looked at is the sign. You see the sign is positive. So because the sign is positive, we do not need to engage the keep change change. However, when we're looking at the two numbers, we see that one of them is a -9 and one of them is just a regular 9. And a regular 9 is the same thing as saying a positive 9. So if it's a different sign or different, the numbers have different signs, we say they're going to subtract each other. They subtract and they carry and keep the bigger sign. If they are the same sign, they will add and have the same sign. In this example, -9 plus 9 is a subtraction, same thing as saying 9 minus 9. And what is 9 minus 9? 0. When it's 0, you don't have to worry about signs being bigger or positive or negative because 0 is just 0. This is the rule of thumb that I would like for you guys, as scholars and smarter minds, to follow when we engage in doing addition and subtraction with integers. Let's go over another example, completely different example. I will keep all the rules here so you can have a look at it. Our next example is interesting. I'll do it in brown. Here I have 4 minus 9. Seems straightforward, but what does this mean? First step, we want to make sure the sign in the middle is positive. Here we see the sign in the middle is not positive. So what do? We engage keep change change. Keep. We keep the 4, so the 4 stays the same. We change the sign of the negative to positive. Change. And while we're doing that, the sign of the 9 also changes. In this case, this is a regular 9. So instead, we're going to make it uh, -9. That's the first step. We have engaged our keep change change. Make sure the number in the middle is positive. Now we see that the signs are different. The 4 is positive, the 9 is negative. Different signs do what? They subtract. 4 minus 9 is 5. We understand the math. Is 4 minus 9 is 5. But what is going to be the sign that we're going to have? We keep the sign of the bigger number. Or here, we have it here, keep bigger sign. Bigger sign follows the bigger number. And the bigger number between 9 and 4 is 9. So this will be not a regular 5, but a -5. I hope this is helpful for you so far. We're going to do a few more examples of this, just so we can get comfortable with these concepts. And I'll write them out. These are our questions so far. I'll label number them 1. These 4 questions. And I want you guys to take time, take a few seconds, pause the video if you have to, and come up with the answers. And I'll write all the answers out for you. And we'll go over each one. Okay, you ready? Let's start. First answer is 2. Second answer, 11. Third answer, -7. And the last one, -9. Let's go over each one step by step. First, 10 plus -8. Middle sign is positive. No need for keep change change. The different signs between the two numbers, so therefore we do subtraction. 10 minus 8, 2. Sign of the bigger number, positive because it's 10. Answer is 2. Next one, 3 plus 8. Sign in the middle, positive. No need for keep change change. The signs between the two of them are both positive. So we just keep the same sign and we just add. 3 plus 8, 11. Next one, -9 minus -2. The sign in the middle is different. We engage keep change change. Keep -9. Change the negative to a positive. The -2 goes from negative to +2. Keep change change is successful. Difference sign between the -9 and the +2. Subtraction. 9 minus 2, 7. Sign of the bigger number it carries when it's subtraction. So it'll be a -7. Lastly, -3 minus 6. Again, sign in the middle is not positive. It's not a plus sign. So we engage in keep change change. Keep change. Negative. The 6 plus 6 becomes a -6. Same sign between the two of them after I keep change change. So it adds 6 plus 3, 9. And the sign just stays the same because they're just being added. So it's a negative 9. I hope this video helps, and I hope you guys can feel comfortable enough to understand the concept of addition and subtraction. Our part 2 will begin, and it will be focused on multiplication and division.